back with another storytime video, and the title is a little bit clickbait, but it's pretty much true. Like, the statement is true. I do have a rare disease. The term visual snow is, I think, a little bit misleading. It doesn't look like snow to me. Like, when in the wintertime where I'm looking up at the sky and it's snowing, like, that's not what it looks like to me. It's more like static on a TV. Like, everywhere I look, there's static. It's very faint, and most of the time I don't notice it at all. Started to notice that I had this condition about 4 years ago, and I really freaked out. Like, I don't really remember a certain day that I just woke up and it was there. I feel like I've had it for my whole entire life, but at different points in my life it's gotten worse. Only this, like 2 or 3 weeks ago, whenever finals week was, I was really stressed, and when I'm stressed, like, the visual snow gets worse. So that's why I started noticing it again, and that's why I wanted to make this video. I've read a lot of articles and watched a lot of YouTube videos about it, and they say that eye doctors don't really know about it. Like, it's not something that's really studied. It has been studied more over the years, but it's still pretty rare. Now, personally, when I see static, it's not moving. Like, it's not like a TV that's like the static is moving. It's not like that. It's more so it's just the static is just there. Like, it's not moving, it's just standing still. Sometimes I have after images, but not very often. I've already mentioned this, but I also have migraine with aura. So when I'm having the migraine with aura, the visual snow is a lot worse, but when I'm not having the migraine with aura, it's manageable. Like, I can see fine. Now, I have pretty bad vision. I can't really see far away, so I wear glasses and contacts to help that. But even with 20/20 vision, I still definitely see the static. If I'm really stressed out about something else and having really bad anxiety, and I just, like, sit in a, like, dim or dark room and look at it, like, that's just gonna be awful for me. Like, that's just gonna make it so much worse. Being in a dark environment or completely dark, that's just, you can see the snow a lot more. When I'm outside, looking at, like, a tree, for example, I can't see it at all. It's just when I look at a white wall or any type of solid color surface, it's there. And any other visual snow. Okay, I'm sorry, the chair, I hate this chair. I'm gonna get a new chair soon. Trying to learn more about it. I kind of just like to forget about it sometimes, because it's easy to forget about, because it doesn't really affect my vision at all. Like, I can see, like, with my contacts in, I have 20/20 vision, and I can see perfectly fine. And like I said, my static's not really moving, it's just there. And I remember, I don't know why I remember this, but I had to be about 5 years old, and for some reason, I fell asleep on the couch, and I woke up, and I don't even know how to explain this. I guess it was visual snow. It's just I saw all these, like, colors, and I was like, what is happening? Like, it just, when I noticed visual snow for the first time, it really freaked me out. So it happened first when I was a child. I first noticed it when I was a child, and then I noticed it again 4 years ago when I was about 17, and I forgot about it for like 3.5 years, and then it came back. Like, I think it's always there, but, like, I notice it more, like, when I'm stressed. If you don't have visual snow, this is so hard to explain, because there are no tests to prove if someone has visual snow or not. I'm really calm about it now, but it used to really bother me. It used to really freak me out and just affect my daily life. I couldn't concentrate well. Now I am okay. So in the dark, I see, it's so hard to explain, because I was under the impression my whole entire life that everybody had this. I did not know it was a rare condition. I had absolutely no idea. So for me, like, I don't think it should really be called visual snow. Like, it's visual static is what it is. Like, static is the best way to describe it. I don't see, like, it's not an hallucination. What? It's not a hallucination. It's not anything to do with schizophrenia or anything. Like, I don't see or hear things that other people don't see or hear. Like, I don't hear, like, voices. I don't see, like, people. you know what I mean? Like, I'm not crazy, I promise. It's just a slight ringing in your ears. You can barely hear it unless you're in a silent room, at least for me. And when I'm in a dark room is when I see the static. I hesitate to talk about this, not on YouTube, but in real life with my friends and family. I don't think I've ever mentioned it. I have mentioned tinnitus, which is ringing in my ears, because that's a lot more people have tinnitus and visual snow. But I just feel like when I talk about migraine with aura or visual snow, like, it just seems like I'm on drugs or something. It's just a slight ringing in your ears. You can barely hear it unless you're in a silent room, at least for me. And when I'm in a dark room is when I see the static. I can see it outside when I look up at the sky, but looking at grass, a tree, like a super textured surface or something that has a really intricate pattern, I can't see. I've only talked to a few people about visual snow on the internet. I haven't talked to anyone in real life, and I really want to, but I guess there's not many of us. Visual snow doesn't really bother me anymore, but it used to, and people have it a lot worse than I do. There's some people whose visual snow is so bad that they, like, I know this one guy had to use a cane because his visual snow was so bad. I don't know if he had any other eye issues, he might have, but I just know people probably struggle more than I do. Now, I'm not really doing this condition justice by explaining it. I'm not explaining it to its full potential. So I don't have super good quality. You might be able to see a little bit of static on the screen. Not sure. I mean, I can't tell, but because I see static all the time. If you look up visual snow simulation, my case is probably a little bit more mild than that, but like a simulation will give you an example of like what it's like. I don't know about anybody else, but the faster my heart's racing, the faster the flickering of the static is. So if you ever hear somebody have this condition, don't just like write them off as, oh, they did acid and now their vision's messed up. Because no, like, I've had this my whole entire life, and I didn't do drugs when I was a baby. My parents didn't do drugs when I was a baby. Like, no. Like, it's just something that I have, and it's annoying, but what can you do? There's not a cure, so. There's two theories, I guess, that what people believe visual snow is. They think it's something to do inside of our brains, because all of our eye tests come back normal. We have no eye diseases, nothing like that. A lot of people think it has something to do in your brain. Like something that's overreacting in your brain. There's also other people who take a more spiritual approach. They think that people with visual snow are more awakened. I kind of agree with both of those things. Both of those ideals, like, maybe they're true, maybe they're not. I really hate complaining about it because it's not a serious condition, at least for me it's not, but it is something that's very annoying, and it used to bother me more, it used to be more serious, but now I kind of just don't care as much. I have less anxiety, I take anxiety medicine, which helps. I'm kind of getting used to being more personal. Like, I've done many vlogs, well, this is my second story time, but I'm getting really used to talking to the camera, being more open. I'm definitely not as shy as I used to be, like, every single day, every single month, every single year. I'm just more open, like, I just want to be, like, a super honest person. Absolutely no filter, well, maybe a little bit of a filter, but for the most part, I just want to be, like, absolutely 100% genuine. I mean, I think that's the best way to live your life. Now, even though visual snow is considered a rare disease, like, I kind of think that everyone has it to an extent, because, okay, so when you guys are in a pitch dark room, do you see like pure black, or is the darkness like made out of little specks? Am I crazy? No, maybe, I don't know. Okay, so That's pretty much it about visual snow. I think it's because I'm a highly sensitive person, like in every aspect of life. So maybe everyone does have visual snow, but the people who notice it are just more sensitive, whether it be physically, emotionally. I really want to get done with this story time. It's so hot in my room. There's a spider outside my window. It's kind of concerning me. Alright, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you want to, and see you in my next video.